Good evening, everyone. This is Premster, and today I'm coming to you with another Riffclown puzzle. I love doing Riffclown puzzles. Riffclown tends to do some amazing stuff. If I see so many cool Riffclown puzzles, and I have to be fairly selective, as does he, because yeah, just so many cool puzzles. And this is one that Riffclown sent in a few weeks ago, and I just said, I'm going to wait. I'm going to not just chain Riffclown puzzles because it'd be so easy to do. So, yeah, I was looking for something to do, and it's like, it's time. I'm going to do a Riffclown puzzle. I've been looking forward to this one. I heard good things from testers about this when this was being pushed through, and I didn't look at it. I deliberately avoided it because I heard it might come my way. And yeah, I know almost nothing about it. So I mean, I know that Riffclown did a series of puzzles using one of the core rule sets here. We are working on the caging constraints puzzle pack, which will be part 2 of the caging constraints puzzle pack. Naming is hard. And the caging constraints will be the killer cages with other variants, which this is sort of one of those, but it's not one from the pack. This is something different. Yeah, there might be some delay on that one. I had hoped it to bring it out sort of in the second week of September, but I've had some issues going on, and I'm way behind on the work I need to do for the pack, and that's completely on me. But I had to make a choice. Do I keep doing videos for the channel? Do I focus on the pack? Do I deal with the family stuff that's going on? And I've decided to try and keep doing daily videos because I've been doing that now for 10 months. And this is delaying the pack. There's lots of packs being released. People have a plethora of puzzles to choose from, So I figure let's do it right rather than rush it out. So, and you know, skilling Sudoku is still there. Anyway, let's look at this. Shh, not 9 by Riffclown. So how does this puzzle work? So normal-ish Sudoku rules apply because there's digits 0 to 8 must be placed in each box, in each row, and in each column. So I'm working with zeros and I am not working with 9s. No 9s. 9s are 9 on the 9s. So that is going to make everything I know about killer and German whispers, because they're the other 2 rules, completely wrong. Anyway, digits in cages must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. So these 3 digits will sum to 10. These 5 digits will sum to 10. Digits may not repeat within cages. So I couldn't make both of those digits 2. It would not be allowed by the system. On green whispers line, adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. And I was about to say the normal thing I say about whispers line, and I just realized that's completely wrong. I was about to say you cannot put 5 on a whispers line because normally you would need to put a 10 or a 0, but I've got a 0. So let's just get into solving this thing and try and figure it out. So let's give this a shot. So whisper lines. I can't put I can put a 5 on a whisper line, which normally I cannot do because I can put a 0 next to a 5. But a 5 could go near the end. But I've lost the 9, which means I can't put a 4 on a whisper line. A 4 can never go on a whisper line. So if I change high to be 5 to 8 and low to be 0 to 3 and 4 is the digit, I can still do my high-low coloring. So I just got to shift everything down 1. Okay, but all my killer math is going to be completely wrong. And of course, the killer calculator is just probably having conniption fits. So I'm not going to be able to rely on it. Yay, Riff. So a 4 cage. If it was 2 cells, could only be made up one way, which would be 1 and 3. So if I add an extra cell, the only way I could do it surely is 0, 1, and 3. Now I've got a 14 cage for which I cannot use 1 or 3, but I've already used the 0. So surely I can trust my calculator at this point, except I can't use a 9. So I couldn't anyway, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not sure. But 10 in 5, I noticed this when I was talking about it. 10 in 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. If I add another digit, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is another 10 in 5. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But 0, 1, and 3 were low digits. So this is a low digit. These are both low digits. These are high digits. Remember, high is 5 to 8. Oh, good God. High is 5 to 8. This is a low digit. So these, good. These are all low digits. And these are all high digits. No, not that one. My brain is melting already. These are all high digits, high being 5 to 8. This is a low digit. Thank you, Riff, for in a puzzle that is going to sort of cause people conniptions for actually giving you lots of stuff on. Yeah, this is a 0, 1, 3 as well. So these are low digits and these are high digits. So I've already got a lot. This is a low. No, this. I can't put a 4 on a line, cannot put a 4 on a line, can't put a 4 on a line, can't put a 4 on a line. Have to remember that. But this is now low. So I think I've got all the high-low from the, not this one, but this is low, so this is low. And I've got all the high-lows from the line, so that's cool. But this has to be high. Now, if this was 6, so 5, 6, 7, or 8, but if this was 6, these would both have to be 0. So this is a 5, and this is a 1, 0. So I can take 0 and 1 out of there. This is a 2, 3, 4. I can take the 2, 3 out of there. This is 0, 1. That is cool. So this is now 2 or 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two of these are low. This 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a high digit. Oh, all my whisper math. So this has to be at least 5 different. So this is a 0. This is a 1. I'm going to turn that off. I've been doing some testing. So I had the pencil mark checker turned on, but I don't want to use it for videos. Which is if you pencil mark a 0, it will show you all the things that can't be 0. I do not want to use that for videos. I forgot to turn that off. I apologize. They can't be 0, so this becomes the 0. Now, this can be anything because it's next to 0. Now, this can't be a 5 because there's a 5 in the box, but I was thinking about whisper logic and trying to wrap my head around how that's going to work. Neither of these can be 0 anymore. So 0 is up here in the 13 cage. So now I've got a 3-cell 13 cage. Hang on. This is a high digit. Why have I got that as a high digit? Was that a mistake? Yeah, that's a mistake. That is not a high digit. That is a low digit because this has to be high. I think I was meaning to select those two and I selected the wrong one. This is also a low digit. I don't know that they're low, but this can't be 1 or 3 anymore. This is 2 or 4. These can't be 1 anymore. So this is the 1. 0 and 3 must be in here. This 0 makes this 1 and this 0, which makes this 3 and this 1. So this now has to be a 2. So these have to sum to 10, but could use a 0. There's no 2 here. Now this 2, this has to be at least 5 different. So it can't be 6. It can be 7, 8. No, don't put in a 9. Don't do it. So these are 5, 6, 7, or 8. Now, I can actually put a 5 there because it's surrounded by zeros. This can't be an 8 because I can't put 1 or 0 in here. 7 would need me to put, well, the minimum I can put in here is 2, 3 because I've got 0, 1. So this has to be 2, 3. This has to be 5. These are both low. This becomes 4. Which is not a low or a high. This is not 5. This is not 5. That 10 cage did some work. I wonder if I've got similar down here. I just haven't realized it yet. There's no 4 in either of those. So these are now both low. This is fun. It's just some rejigging your head. So this is now high. So these are 6, 7, or 8. This is 5, 6, 7, or 8. But I do have zeros and ones available down here. Got to put a 4 in one of those. So 14, this can't be any higher than 3. Actually, that's a 2. So these have to sum to 12. So they are 8, 4. So it's 8, 4, or 7, 5. And that's the only possibility, I think. But this is 3 and this is 2. This is 0 or 1. 0 and 1 need to go down here. 3 is in one of those two. 2 is in one of those two. Now, there has to be a 0 and a 1 in a 13 cage. So the other two digits have to sum to 12, which is, I can't use 9, so it's 8, 4, 7, 5. So I need to put an 8, 4, or 7, 5 in here. Now, if it's 7, 5, the 5 is there, and that would put a 5 there, and then there'd be a 7 up here. If it's 8, 4, seven, 5 would put two high digits in here. That would just have to be one of them. Yeah, I'm not sure I can see that yet. I have to put a 1 in one of those two because these are all the low digits. This is, oh, hang on, that can't be a 1. So this is a 1. This is not a 1. So this is 0, 2, or 3. 1 is now down here. This is not 0 or 1 because I've got all 4 low digits. So this is a 0, 1 pair. And this is the 0, this is the 1. This, yeah, that's what I had before. This has to sum to, hang on, I can't put a 3 in there. Because if this is a 3, that's a 9, and I can't put a 9. That's not the 3, this is the 3, and that is a low digit. Now, this, there is a 1 here, so there's no 1 here. This is 0, 2, or 3. This is 0, 2, or 3. Oh, wow. Hang on. So this is high. So the minimum I can put here is 5. And the minimum I can put it, so this is 5 and this is 0, 2. I'm sure people were screaming at me about that one. So that being a 5 means that everything next to it needs to be a 0. So that's not a 0. Those are not 0. So this is 3, 1, and 0, which means this is 2. There's no 2 in there, so this is the 2. There's no 2 there. This has to be the 2 now, which makes that low. There's 4 high digits in here, so this is low, but the 2 low digits available are 1 and 3. So those sum to 4. This has to be a 6. 6 and 3 are only 3 apart. That's the 1, that's the 3. It's so tricky. These are 6, 7, and 8. I can't put a 6 there, so that's a 7, 8 pair. Well, this is a 4 because of that 3, so this is the 3, which makes that low. And this is now known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I've got... So 5 is high. I keep thinking 5 is not anything. So in here, I've got 4 in one of those two. This is from 6, 7, 8. Zero is low. Why didn't I mark that? This is 3 and this is 0. Scanning. Turning the pencil mark tool off is still something I think I'm glad I'm doing while I'm solving. 3 is in one of those two. But 2 is actually right there because I've got all of 4 2s looking in the box. So that is a 2. Now 3 can't go there or there, and those are high. So that is the 3. Now these 4s are a little tricky. There'll be killer cage. So these still have to sum to 12. These still have to sum to 12. This has to sum to 13. I have to put a 2 in it though. So these have to sum to 11. But can I do 4, 7? I think I can. Okay, so whisper logic. 2. 5 away from 2 is only 7 or 8. So that is a 7, 8 pair because I can't go to 9. That is a 7, 8 pair. This is a 5 or a 6. 7, 8 pair. This is a 5 or a 6. 5 can only be next to a 0. That's the 6. There we go. These are 4, 7, and 8 now. Now I can't put 4 on a line. And 7 is far enough away from both of those. Six is not far enough away from 2. That's not a 3 anymore. That's a 3. So this is a 1. This is now low. And these... this 6 makes this 5, and this is a 7, 8 pair, which means that is high. Now these 5 mean they sum to 8, so it has to be 2, 6. So that is 2 and 6. So these are 4, 7, and 8. I'm getting a lot of 4, 7, 8s. Well, not a lot, but I've seen a few. These are 4 and 5. And that 5 is telling me that's the 4, this is the 5, and 5 is high. This is melting my brain. 6 must be in here. So this is 6, 7, 8. So this is the 4. This is not the 4. This is the 4. This is 7, 8. And this is a 6. This is from 6, 7, 8. This is from 6, 7, 8, which means that is also high. Now, 2, 6 means that there's no 6 here. This is a 7, 8 pair. This becomes the 6. There's no 6 here. 6 can go next to 0. Once I get one of these, I'm going to get the other one. 7 and 8 can both go next to 2. Anything can go next to 0. So this is 6, 7, or 8. This 6 makes this 2 and this 6, which gives me that. So 6 is high, 2 is low. That means this is the 2. So that is low. This is not 2. It's also not 4. So it sees all 4 lows and the 4. So this is high, which means it is 5, 6, 7, 8 without being 6 because it sees this. This is not 4 anymore. That's a 7, 8 pair. So those are yellow. There's no 7, 8 there. That's the 5. So this is 6, 7, 8 without being 6. So that is a 7, 8 pair in the column. These... Hang on, this is the only place for a 4 here. So this is a 4. So this is a 6, 7, 8 triple. meaning they are high. There's no 6 here, and this is the only place for a 4. So this now has to be the other high digit, which is from 5, 7, and 8. But it sees the 7, 8 pair. That's a 5. That's an 8. That's a 7. There is no 8 in any of those. I could have got the 7 because 7 plus 4, I've broken the puzzle. What did I do wrong? What did I do there? 2 plus 4 is 6. So this needs to be 8. There's no 8 in there. So this is 7 and this is 5. I can take 7 out of there. I can take 8 out of there. I can take 8 out of there. What did I just do? I think I just mathed wrong because I'm getting excited about getting through this absolutely puzzle. Okay, 1 and 4 is 5. So this has to be 8 to get to the total. Hopefully this is not broken now. This is 6, this is 8, this is 6, and this is 7. All of that works for Whispers. All of that works for Sudoku-ish. And all of that works for Killer, I think. Now this is 6, 7, and 8, and I can't, so what's missing from the column? That is a 7. So there's no 7 in there. That's a 6, 8, which makes that a 7 and that an 8. There's no 8 in here. So this is, hang on, there's no 7 in there. This is 6. Oh, that 8 makes that 7. That is 8. What am I missing from this column? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 5. Which is still high. These are 4 and 0. I forgot the 0. You know, like every Sudoku, you got to figure out where to put the 0. That's the 4 and that's the 0. So the 0 is low. The 0 has probably been sitting there for ages, but I just wasn't thinking of where do I put the 0 in the grid. Okay, now this 6 makes this 8, which makes this 6. The 8 makes this 7, which makes this 8, which makes this 7, which makes this 8, which makes this 7, which makes this 8. And that's the solution. That is really cool. For a 0 to 8 killer Whisper puzzle to actually be... Oops, I will get in trouble if I don't make sure I've coloured everything. To be that comfortable... I don't know that I would call this approachable. I mean, it is more approachable than many puzzles. I wouldn't call this is a walk in the park in using my difficulty ratings. I would call this a hard walk in the park because of the way you've got to wrap your head around the rules constraints being a little bit funky. But yeah, I would say anyone who's prepared to sort of sit down and spend some time figuring out the differences will get through that one. That is a really cool puzzle. Good way to start the month. And hopefully I will find time to, I will get the pack out this month, but it may be later in this month than I hoped. And yeah, if the third pack is delayed a bit more, again, I'm sorry, but I think I would prefer to bring good content than rapid content. And hopefully everyone agrees with that. Thank you everyone for watching. Got to keep the YouTube people happy. Please remember to like the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And yeah, as always, good luck with your solving.